What's up, guys? Jordan Anderson here. I'm halfway through Daredevil Season 2, and it is blowing my freaking mind. It is great. One word, Punisher. Go check it out now. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? I just wanted to make a little video kind of going over some things about my YouTube channel, what it's going to be all about, like some things you can expect to see, what I want to do, where I want to take this YouTube channel, because this is something that really means a lot to me and something that I'm pretty passionate about, and something that I want to just make super successful. And I just kind of wanted to give you guys a rundown kind of about what you can expect to see in the coming future. So I wrote a few notes that I'm going to kind of go over, and so if it looks like I'm reading off of something, I am. So because I got a lot of stuff that I just wanted to let you guys know about. So first of all, I wanted to introduce myself. So I'm Jordan Anderson. I'm from Idaho. I'm not from Hollywood or anything, and I just have a love and a passion for film. Like, it's just like something that just makes me very happy. And I started out for a while in the medical field, and I thought that was something I was going to really love and really enjoy. But I think now, looking back on it, it was more of just a safe bet, and so it wasn't really something that was really making me happy. I became a CNA. I worked for years in hospitals, nursing homes, all that kind of stuff, but it just wasn't really making me happy. I mean, the money was a lot better, but I mean, you got to do what makes you happy, right? And so this really does make me happy. So right now I work at a movie theater. It's called the Village Cinemas. It's owned by Cinema West, which is based out of California. And right now I'm just like your everyday average employee. I do usher and clean theaters. I've been greeter, concessions, working at the box office, pretty much. I mean, you name it at the theater, I've done it, except for manager. That maybe hopefully soon. I actually have an interview coming up for a manager position that will maybe over by the time this video has been posted. So keep your fingers crossed for me for that. But and some things that I'm interested in other than film. I'm a huge sports fan. I love sports. Anything in the West, because I'm from Idaho, and we don't really have a real sports team, some minor league teams, and so I root for the Jazz. I root for the LA Clippers, not the Lakers. I hate the Lakers, so won't even go there. But the Portland Trail Blazers, Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, like anything in the West, Golden State Warriors, I'm there. So probably my favorite team to watch right now are the Clippers, and then I'm a huge Seattle Seahawks fan. Go Hawks! I know my girlfriend hates the Seahawks with a passion. She's a Niners fan. That's too bad for her. Oh well. But anyways, so I decided I wanted to make a YouTube channel, and movies are just something that, to me, that really mean a lot to me. They're kind of like an escape for me. It's just something you can do to just get away from the real world, just sit and relax, and just watch a movie and be transported into just another place, and forget about all your problems and all your troubles, anything that's going on in the world. Just take a break from it all for 2 hours, hour and a half, however long, and just have fun. So something that eventually I want to get into some filmmaking and actually make some real movies and stuff, but this is a start. So, and hopefully someday I'll end up in Los Angeles. Who knows? I mean, I don't really know, just I'm getting started here. And especially love seeing movies on the big screen. In my opinion, there's no other experience like it. I still remember the very first movie I ever saw on the big screen, which was A Never-Ending Story, when I was a little kid. Yeah, I know. Kind of a cheesy movie for my first big screen experience, but that's what it was. I'm a child of the 80s, and so And ever since then, I just love being in a movie theater. I love everything about it. There's just no other experience like that. Just to go in a screen with a bunch of people who are interested in the same things you are, and you go to watch the movie and on a huge giant screen and with like really great, awesome, amazing sound, and it's just awesome. That's like my happy place right there, is being in the movie theater. And so right now I'm working close to full time, and so this whole YouTube thing is something I'm doing as a hobby, just in my spare time. I eventually want to turn it into a full-time career and a full-time job, but right now it's a work in progress. So I'm starting with a few videos here and there, and then eventually I want to have a YouTube show called Movie Hero News. It's going to be my main show, and then I'm going to keep adding to it. I want to have Movie Hero News, then I want to have something that I call Movie Hero Favorites, which is going to just be me talking about my favorite movies of all time, like and why people should go see and why those movies are awesome. And then I'm also going to do a lot of trailer reactions, a lot of movie reviews. I'm going to try and post the latest movie trailers on the YouTube channel, so you guys can go and check those out. And I don't really expect to get paid from this right away, and I'm not doing this to get a ton of subscribers or a ton of views or anything. I just have a passion for film, and I'm going to keep making videos whether people watch them or not. I don't care. This is what I love to do. This is like what makes me happy, and so I'm going to put videos out there. Hopefully you guys will love them and want to watch them, but if not, they're going to be there anyways. And I'm going to try and do these videos with very little to almost no editing, so sorry if you hear me pausing a lot, or saying like, or looking around and trying to collect my thoughts. I mean, eventually I want to do these videos live, and so, but there will be some editing in there, most definitely, but just not a lot. Oh, one of the other things that I eventually want to do, this is something that's going to come maybe just a little later, but I want to have a video blog. Just me taking around my GoPro camera or my cell phone or a video camcorder and just film myself in my everyday life, just like out and about with my friends, hanging out on vacations, at work, just like I'm going around town and walking down the street, I mean, me sitting in my room giving my thoughts on something totally not even related to movies. And so that's something that's eventually coming down the line. But the main things to look for are Movie Hero News, and then Movie Hero Favorites, and then reviews on movies that have come out, because I work in a movie theater. That definitely helps. I get free movies, so I can't complain about that. So it definitely helps to be able to see all the movies and be able to talk about them. And I also want to take user-submitted questions from Twitter and email, Facebook, that kind of stuff, and I want to answer your guys' questions, because I do it for myself, but I also do it for the fans. So I do it for you guys, and I want to be able to have some good discussions and just talk about things that you guys are actually interested in, and see if I can answer the questions, because I feel that in my circle of family and friends, I probably know way more about movies and TV and comic books than any of my family and friends. I know a ton more, because I mean that's my life pretty much. But when it comes to other professional YouTubers or people in the film industry or things like that, like I don't know nothing. I know like next to zero. So I mean, I'm gonna try my best and just go from there. And I'm also looking for someone or multiple people, most likely, to come be in my YouTube videos and to talk movies with me, because it's a lot more interesting when you get a good discussion going. You have someone else there with you, and so I got a few people in mind that I want to bring on the show, and it's mostly going to start out as with some family and friends, that type of thing. But eventually, I want to get some people that are like more known in the film community, possibly, and people that really have some good knowledge. So if you have some good knowledge of film, or at least know enough to just like sit and just have a discussion about film and have some thoughts about film, then let me know, and I'll definitely bring you on the show. So, and I have a lot of inspirations for doing this whole YouTube channel, and as my family could probably tell you, I watch YouTube all the time, but what I'm usually watching is people that are doing the same thing that I'm doing here, and just talking about movies and stuff. And I have a lot of people that are very big inspirations that have given me a lot of advice, whether they know it or not, because most of them I haven't met, almost all of them, but I mean, just by watching their shows, I just pick up little tips and little things here and there. And I just want to give some shout outs, kind of my inspirations, and I have a list of some people, and all the people that I mentioned, I'm going to send you links to their YouTube pages, so you can go and check out their videos. For anyone who's interested in film at all, these are my go-to people that I just love watching and just make me happy. Like, I watch this more than TV, almost more than movies in a way. I mean, I watch a lot of movies, but and I also want to let anybody out there that's watching this know that I'm not trying to copy anybody. I'm not trying to duplicate what anyone's doing, or to make a YouTube channel that's just exactly what someone else has out there. I'm going to take bits and pieces, but it's all in love. Like, the tribute to the awesome YouTubers that are already out there, and the awesome people in the film industry that are just doing such an awesome job, and so they've inspired me. You're my inspirations, and so I hope you would know that and not think I'm ever trying to copy you or anything like that. So, a couple people I want to talk about. Well, there's a list here, but two people I want to start out with, though, are Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman. So those two are people that are big inspirations to me, because they pretty much have done things the same way that I've done it. They started out by themselves. They just like started doing their getting in front of a camera and just talking about movies all by themselves. They didn't have money when they first started, hardly at all. They just got on there and started to talk about movies, and that eventually led to some other things. But I mean, that's awesome, because that's exactly how I'm doing it. Like, I don't have a ton of money. I'm filming this from a webcam. I mean, eventually I want to get some nice equipment, a better place to film, that kind of stuff, but I mean, that's what I got for now. So I mean, I'm just gonna just film with what I have. And also there's a couple females I want to point out, because I love watching the girls talk about movies, and finding movie or girls that have just as big a passion for movies as I do. So a few of them that have really stuck out to me are Alicia Malone. Like, I've watched her a lot. She has a show called Profile she does with Scott Mance, and I love that show. Big shout out to you guys. And she used to be on Collider Movie Talk or AMC, and she was at AMC until they became Collider. And I miss seeing you on there, Alicia, but it's alright. I'm going to follow what you do. And she has a huge love for the indie movies, and I feel like the indie movies don't get talked about nearly enough, and there's some great, amazing independent film out there that should be talked about a lot more. For me, on my channel, I'm probably going to focus more on the big budget, big popular like movies, but I mean, I will spend some time on some indie movies for sure, because it's something that's definitely important and should be talked about. Another one is Maud Garrett. Maud Garrett, you are like my YouTube celebrity crush. I mean, like, I consider you a celebrity. I consider anyone out on YouTube that gets a lot of followers, a lot of views, a celebrity. And you are a girl after my own heart. Like, you're like into gaming, you're into movies, you're into like anything nerd culture, like just like all that stuff. I love watching your videos when you play D&D, and when you're just talking about just all kinds of different, like, just super nerdy, just like geeking out, just like being a sweaty nerd, just like, I love it. So that's the one I'm always going to watch, Maud Garrett. She is on SourceFed Nerd, so hopefully I can remember everything that everybody does, or at least one or two things. But she's on SourceFed Nerd with another guy that I love watching, Steve Zaragoza. He's a host of SourceFed Nerd, so he's awesome and definitely someone worth checking out. Another shout out I want to give to is to the crew at Screen Junkies. You guys are awesome. You make me laugh so much. I love watching movie fights. I love how Redneck is one of my favorite guys to watch. He is hilarious, and just like a total nerd, but I love it. And he's definitely one of my favorites to watch. Nick Mundy, he's always a classic one to watch. I love his video where he gets married by The Rock. I mean, who is to say that The Rock officiated at their wedding and married them? It's freaking awesome. And if you haven't seen that video, you should check it out, because it's awesome, because it's all a big surprise. He had no clue it was coming, and then he ended up having The Rock officiate his wedding. And also Andy Signor, who hosts movie fights. He's awesome. Definitely fun to watch. Movie fights is definitely something to check out. And Dan Murrell, you can't forget about Dan Murrell. He is the movie fights reigning champion, and I love his endless knowledge, and just I don't know, he's just super smart when it comes to film, and just anything about film, really. So he's awesome. Also, one of my biggest inspirations of all is the people over at Schmoes Knows, the guys, the girls, everyone there. I'm going to name just a few of them. Sorry I don't mention y'all, but there's a few I want to mention. Mary Judikin, for one, because she's another strong, awesome female that is, I think, the editor and producer. Hopefully I get that right. But yeah, she is amazing. She does a great job kind of running the show over at Schmoes Knows. And also a few more on and off camera and people. Mark Riley, he is the reigning champion for the Schmoedown. He's awesome to watch. Josh Macuga, he's hilarious. It's super funny. I love the after shows that he does, talking about Walking Dead and Arrow and all that kind of stuff. And I love when you're on Movie Talk, so hopefully you'll be on more. Also, Tiffany Smith, another awesome female. I love watching you on Movie Threesomes, DC All Access. I love when you're on Jedi Council, all of that. That's awesome. And then of course, Mark Ellis and Christian Harloff. You two are perfect together. Your comedy gold, especially Mark Ellis. I'm sorry, I got to give a shout out to Mark Ellis. He just makes me laugh so hard, and oh man, there are days where I'm just dying laughing because of that guy. But Christian too, you make me laugh, especially on Movie Threesomes. So keep winning those weekly wagers, because I love seeing Tiffany have to pay the price for those. So the last channel I have to give a shout out to is Collider. Collider.com. I love everything about it. I've been watching Collider Movie Talk since it was called For Your Consideration, and it was just barely even an AMC sponsored show, and then it turned into AMC Movie Talk, and it just went from there. That is my number one passion. Watching those guys, it's what inspired me, is what I'm trying to say. You inspire me more than anyone. And I love all you guys there, but Steve Frosty, for bringing all these guys in, you're a genius, putting all those guys together, the Movie Talk guys, the Schmoes now, awesome. And I love watching all your interviews that are up on the channel. They're definitely a lot of fun to watch. And then let's go through a few people. I don't want to forget anyone, but I love the hosts that are on there. Got some great hosts. Not only are they super sexy, but they're really knowledgeable about movies. You got Natasha, you got Ashley Mova, Sinead DeFries. It's definitely a lot of fun to watch. One person I miss from Collider/AMC days is Amy Rose Eisenbach. She had a huge passion for independent film and just for all film in general. And she left, I don't know, 6 months to a year ago, and she's off with her own company now, making movies, which is awesome. Like that's a huge inspiration to me, because I see the passion she has and how she turned it into something more than just talking on the internet. And so I think that's great. That's awesome. And then there's a few more here. There's Ray, who's always behind the scenes, best Photoshop like ever. Like you make hilarious pictures, just awesome. Like I don't know how you pull it off. Like that's something that's always been pretty difficult for me, is making the graphics, and it's something I have to do. Like I got to do everything on my own. So I'm doing the editing, I'm doing the graphics, I'm doing the filming, I'm doing like anything that's involved with the channel. It's all me right now. Hopefully I'll have some help someday, but for right now it's all me. So good job, Ray. And then John Schnepp, love you, man. I met you at Salt Lake Comic-Con. You were awesome. Like your panels are hilarious, and I have a copy of your movie. I was actually going to bring it out, but it's a copy of the Death of Superman Lives, What Happened. It's signed. I got the Blu-ray. It's signed by all you guys, so that's awesome. I showed it to all my friends. They loved it. And so yeah, like I'm excited to see your new documentary that's coming out. Sorry, I'm spacing on the name, Schmoes Unite. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out. But and then my two biggest inspirations of all, I have to give a shout out to, are Dennis Zhang. Dennis, you are the man. You are amazing. You are you're so smart. Like you are a genius when it comes to film, and like you do all the technical stuff, work tirelessly, work hours. Like you work so hard, and it shows. And you're a genius when it comes to directors and producers and composers and all these different things. Like you are just amazing. Just someone that inspired me. For me, I didn't go to film school, and I know you did, and it's something that I've thought about back and forth, but in the long run I kind of just realized that it's not for me. I just want to get out and make movies, and so that's what I'm doing, and you're a huge inspiration. But my number one inspiration of all, and I had to save him for the end, but is John Campea. Seriously, you are like a mentor to me in a lot of ways. Just what you have done with starting the movie blog and writing. I've read so many of your blogs that you've written, and then one of the videos, for some reason it just sticks out in my mind. Back in the For Your Consideration days, you talked about Toy Story 3 and about how amazing and how awesome Toy Story 3 was. I don't know why that stands out to me, but it does. And then just the passion. I just love a good John Campea rant, just when you just start freaking out and just start just going crazy, and just I don't know, just talking about things that you're super passionate about, and it's awesome to see. It's so funny. I wish someone would make a compilation of all your rants and put them back to back to back to back, because I would die laughing. But and then how you transition AMC Movie Talk into Collider, and how smooth a process that was, when all of us thought you were leaving and thought it wasn't going to be very smooth, and it ended up turning out for the better. And then how you eventually were able to bring in the Schmoes and all of that. It's just awesome. But I've been going on about all these people that have inspired me, so I'm going to kind of move on. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to give a little tour of my room that I've set up to do all the videos for now, until I can find a better place to do it, I guess, more professional looking. You can see a few things back behind here. You got Mad Max over there, you got The Night Before, two of my favorite movies from last year. And I'm going to switch over to my camera on my cell phone, and hopefully I'm just going to use that because it's a little more portable, but hopefully the sound quality is good, and I will give you a tour of everything. Hi, How's it going, guys? So I wanted to give you a little tour of the little setup that I have going on here in my room, and pretty much I did this for like pennies, like next to no money. I just put together a bunch of cool looking stuff in my room, and I'm gonna for now use that as starting off for my YouTube channel and see what it develops into. So this took me a couple of days to just like move everything around, because I had everything in my room completely different than how it looks now, pretty much. So basically, here, let's go around. So I moved this shelf, was over there, and I moved that over there. I got all my books, my seasons of DVDs. I got my TV right here. I love that thing. I won that for free in a drawing, and so I use that with my wireless keyboard and mouse to kind of just veg out on my bed over here and just like watch movies and work on my YouTube channel, work on other stuff on my computer. So, and I got these little speakers here. They look like tiny little speakers, but believe it or not, they have some awesome sound. A friend of mine gave me the speakers, and I use it for surround sound for my TV, and it works great. So just some little computer speakers and a subwoofer. Let's see what else we got here. Got my picture of the DeLorean. I thought it was pretty cool. Just me and my bro Trent, and a thing of me, my brother Aaron when we were little. I'm a huge nerd. So you can see all the nerds. Like, I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. I got another Marty McFly. I'm a huge Disney fan. Pluto is my fave. So, and also a huge Ninja Turtles fan. So you'll see some turtle stuff. You'll see some Star Wars stuff here. And yes, I'm not gonna lie, I am LDS, I'm Mormon, I'm proud of it. It's something that I'm not gonna be ashamed of. So I did serve a mission in Lubbock, Texas. So there you go, there's that. But let's see. Oh, there's my Amy Farrah Fowler, Big Bang Theory. She's just for the month of April, but I mean, that's my calendar. I got 2 calendars. I mean, who needs 2 calendars? Apparently I do. There's my Walking Dead. Huge Walking Dead fan, seen every episode. And then I got a few other things. My Spider-Man. I love these wooden posters. They're like comic book covers. I got a Spider-Man one, an X-Men one. I got a Batman Detective Comics one. Let's see. And then I hung up some posters from a couple of my favorite movies. The night before, it was like one of my favorite comedies from last year. I actually just watched it last night with my girlfriend because she's never seen it before, and we laughed ourselves sick. Like, it's, if you haven't seen that movie, go see it. But my number one favorite movie of all time, well, not all time, sorry, of last year, it's close to all time, but is Mad Max Fury Road. Amazing performance by Charlize Theron, Tom Hardy, like, what George Miller did with the directing in that was just amazing. It blew me away. Then I got a few cool pictures I got at Comic-Con. Got a Yoda killing a stormtrooper. I got my TMNT fighting Wolverine, and I got all my little pop figures here. So we got a bunch of Star Wars ones, some Back to the Future, a Groot, Michelangelo, and then this picture here is something pretty cool. I went to Salt Lake Comic-Con. I've met a lot of celebrities, but this is one of my favorite ones to meet. Was Patrick Stewart, me and my buddy Sam. I was dressed up as Gambit, and I met Patrick Stewart, so that was definitely a highlight of my life. Like, that was awesome. One of my favorite movies of all time, Back to the Future. I had to put up the Iron Man and Captain America with Civil War coming out, my favorite comic book series ever written. If you want to read a good comic, Civil War, like, definitely, for sure, especially with the movie coming out. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. My buddy Chris gave me that sick-looking poster of him climbing up the side of the building, and got another Spidey over there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully this wasn't too long-winded for you guys. I'm gonna try and keep what I do from now on just like straight and to the point, pretty much. But I mean, I just wanted to make a little video introducing you to myself, and just like letting you know some things I want to do, and why movies mean so much to me, and why I'm so passionate about film. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I guess I'll just end it here. Definitely stop what you're doing right now and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and then hit the like button. Comment on this, let me know what you think, and you can find me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/JordanAnderson21, and then also you can find me on Twitter at Jordan83616, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna sign off, and I will see you guys next time. What's up, guys? Decided to make a little post-credit type scene, even though my credits on this video are non-existent. I decided I'm going to do a little contest. So at the beginning of my videos, there is a picture of a skyline for a city with my logo down in the corner. And what I'm going to do for each video, I'm going to have a different city with a different skyline, and then I'm going to have my logo in the corner. And if you can guess correctly what city that is, then I'll give you a shout out for now, but eventually I'm going to have some prizes involved. I'm not 100% sure, but it'll be like little DVDs or games or little comic book figures or little things like that. So definitely, if you know what city that is, then post it in the comments, or even better probably, because I won't know who posted it first in the comments. So tweet it to me, or email it to me, or send me on Facebook. That's the best way to do it. So the first person to do that will eventually get a prize.